Hello amazing people, my name is Bosse Ojubo. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Amazing Grace with Bosse. On this channel, I want to inspire, motivate and empower and bring about a mindset shift for personal and professional transformation. So, if it's your first time on this channel and it's something that interests you, keep watching and make sure to like and subscribe. Today, we are going to focus on the power of touch and why it is very important. The skin, I'm sure you know, is the largest organ of the body, and a gentle, sincere touch on the skin has as much healing power as a mighty spoken word. Remember, the words are cheap. Unfortunately, many people underestimate the power and potency of a touch, a smile, and a kind word. A lack of physical touch will make you stressed, anxious, or depressed, and can make your body produce the hormone that can cause you an increase in your heart rate and even increase in your blood pressure. Touch strengthens our immune system. And of course, if your immune system is stronger, it means you have the ability to fight off diseases. Touch is a basic human need. It is the first language we learn, and throughout our lives, it remains our richest form of expression. Humans have 5 senses: smell, taste, sight, hearing, and touch. But at birth, even before we open our eyes, our sense of touch is one of the earliest to develop. Touch is our primary language of compassion. Touch takes away our fears, soothes your anxiety, and makes you feel that you're not alone. Yes, that is why if you see someone crying or someone is sad, someone loses a loved one, you naturally want to go close to the person, you want to hug the person, you want to hold hands and comfort the person. Do you know that researchers have been studying the importance of physical touch on humans for decades? Well, I didn't know that until I read about it and found that some universities actually have touch institutes dedicated solely to the science of touch. Wow, isn't that amazing? I'm sure we all know the benefits of a good massage, especially when you are stressed and really need to loosen or release all the knots on your shoulders, or when you have some muscle issues. It can be so good and so relaxing that sometimes you actually slip off, and that shows how powerful and relaxing it can be, to have that massage, and that act of touching actually helps us to thrive and live better lives. Now, the degree and need for touch varies from one person to another, but the truth is we all need it. Research has shown that the lack of physical touch can retard social and developmental capacities, especially in children. Do you also know that premature babies in intensive care grow and gain weight faster if they are touched and massaged rather than left alone? The chances of survival is more when you touch them. A number of studies have been done that shows the power and the importance of touch. I'll tell you something. About 30 years ago, 2 scientists traveled to Romania to look into the lack of physical touch of children in an orphanage. And we all know that in most orphanages, there are many children, but the staff are few. And so they do not really have enough staff usually to take care of the children. They found that the lack of touch affected the growth of the children. They had developmental delays. The children were stunted and they were, not growing as they should. Height and weight was less than their normal age. And they showed some behavioral problems, all because they lacked human touch. Children who have less touch are likely to show more signs of violence. Yes, that's what research says. Violence and aggression. And this can be attributed to the lack of mother and child bonding or a healthy adult-child bonding. What it means, therefore, is that a lack of touch may lead to some emotional problems. So, physical touch can help to reduce violence. There was another experiment that was performed in the 1950s by a psychologist called Harry Hallow, and it shows the power of touch. You know what he did? He puts monkeys in a cage alone without their parents or their peers for some time, and later brought in two objects that look like mothers. Now, one of the objects was made of wire and had a bottle of milk, and the other one was made of soft, very fluffy material but had no milk. Guess what happened? The monkeys gravitated towards the soft, fluffy, mother-like object without the milk. What that tells us is that the monkeys desired warmth and touch more than milk. The truth is, there are times in our lives when you really need a cuddle, or you need a hug, or you need warmth, even more than food. Another study was also conducted with about 400 plus participants. The findings revealed that participants who received hugs often on a regular basis experienced far less cold symptoms. Can you imagine? They had less cold than people who did not get hugs regularly. Isn't that amazing? Regular hugs, body contact lowers stress levels in our body, and therefore the vulnerability to catch a cold reduces. Wow. There was also another study in the University of California. They found that eye contacts and a pat on the back from the doctor to his patients may also help reduce pain and make patients get better faster. You know what? The pat on the back is an assurance. That don't worry. Come on. You'll be fine. Sickness is not your portion and you will be okay. Don't worry. You'll get well. This goes a long way to make a patient feel happy and hopeful, and they get better. Healthy, platonic, physical touch and a pat in a cordial and respectful manner can also help pupils and students learn better. It gives them confidence to speak up in class. That's what touch can do. Finally, let us talk about the issue of touch in intimate relationships. You can't run away from it. Touch is very powerful. It's a powerful tool for building relationships. Physical touch creates some level of trust. It activates the part of the brain that has to do with feelings of reward and compassion, and can make you release oxytocin, which is called the love hormone. Now, a healthy romantic relationship must have some level of touch. A lack of touch gives a disconnected feeling from your partner, and you tend to sense that you're drifting apart. So touch is a very essential part of any relationship. Touch is able to communicate different emotions much more than words. That's the truth. Your brain has the ability to decipher immediately if the touch you are experiencing is safe, pure, good, bad, loving, or not. So if you are experiencing a decline or a lack of touch in your relationship, now here are a few things you can do. Number one, maybe holding hands when you're watching television or taking a walk with your partner. Hugging your partner or a kiss on the cheek anytime you're leaving home or even when you're home. That can help. Rubbing your partner's feet with oil is helpful. Giving a neck massage is also helpful. These are just some of the ways to bring in some level of touch in your relationship. But unfortunately, some people have some challenge with it. Perhaps it's because of the upbringing and the culture, which goes a long way to determine how you function. You did not see your father and your mother holding hands, so why should you hold hands? Culture or no culture, touch should not be limited to the other room. As a matter of fact, if you want to have a great relationship and a satisfying and fulfilling experience in the other room, you want to start during the day to touch your spouse. Send sweet messages and start to fill them up with the love hormone. You can't just keep your hands to yourself during the day and expect magic in the other room. It doesn't work that way. A sensual touch can rekindle the spark and reignite the passion. So you need rehearsals. Loosen up and start to touch your spouse. Say kind words, smile, laugh, play during the day if you want magic at night. And that's the show for today. Thank you for watching. Until I come your way again. Bye-bye.